Hello everyone and welcome to today's session. And today we'll be discussing the NEET previous year questions for the chapter Biological Classification. Before starting this lecture, I just want to give you one information that the images, text and other materials used in our presentations are for education purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners. If you are the owner and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathee@itk.ac.in and we shall remove the content immediately. Please note that parts of the content may have been generated using generative AI, which is experimental. So what are the objectives of today's session? So we'll discuss the NEET PYQs and we will understand the core concepts which are related to the chapter Biological Classification. So these questions, these PYQs, they are based on some concepts. So we will understand these concepts by discussing these questions. Okay, so we are going to discuss NEET PYQs. Let's begin with this question. The chromatophores take part in. Okay, what are the options here? Respiration, photosynthesis, growth, and movement. Okay, so does chromatophores take part in respiration or photosynthesis or growth or movement? So what will be the answer for this question? Let's have a look at the answer. Okay, so answer is photosynthesis. Let's have a look at the explanation. The chromatophores are specialized cell organelles that contain pigments and are found in various organisms. They are also found in photosynthetic bacteria. So what are chromatophores? They are pigmented membrane-bound vesicles that contains the pigments. Okay, what kind of pigments? Like bacterial chlorophyll. This is present in bacteria. So they play a crucial role in photosynthesis because they consist of photosynthetic pigments such as bacterial chlorophyll, which is present in bacteria, and carotenoids. Next question, the structures that help some bacteria to attach to rocks and to the host tissues are. Okay, you have to name the structure which is present in bacteria. Okay, so you should read the question very carefully. All the information is given in the question. So they are telling you there are some structures which are present in bacteria, and these structures help the bacteria to attach to the rocks or to the host tissue. What are these structures called? What are the options here? Option number A is holdfast. Second option is rhizoids. Third is fimbriae. And fourth is mesosomes. So what will be the answer? Let's have a look at the answer. Okay, the answer is option number 3, fimbriae, not option number 2 or 1 or 4. Correct answer is option number 3, fimbriae. Let's have a look at the explanation. So rhizoids. Okay, which was option number 2. What are rhizoids? Rhizoids, these are the structure present in the lower plants. Okay, such as bryophytes and algae. So these rhizoids, they are root-like. They are root-like structures and they help in the absorption. Like roots, they also help in the absorption. Okay, they help in the absorption of the minerals and the water. Okay. Now, fimbriae, these are small brush-like projections coming out of the cell, and they are known to help bacteria anchor to rocks in the streams and host tissues. So fimbriae is the correct answer here. Then mesosomes, these are the extensions of the plasma membrane. Okay. What are mesosomes? Simply they are the extensions of the plasma membrane into the cell wall. Now they may be in the form of vesicles, tubules, and lamellae. They help in cell wall synthesis also, DNA replication, cellular respiration, as well as secretions. Then what is holdfast? Holdfast is again, it is a root-like structure that help the aquatic sessile organisms. Okay, sessile means static, they are not moving. So they help these sessile organisms like seaweed or algae to attach to the substrate. This is known as the holdfast. Clear? So answer here is fimbriae. Okay. So fimbriae, they are the brush-like projections, or they are, you can say, thin hair-like appendages, which is found in the bacteria. And they help the bacteria attach to the surfaces. So answer will be fimbriae. Okay, correct answer is fimbriae here. Fimbriae, we have already discussed the definition of fimbriae. They help the bacteria to adhere to, okay, these surfaces. Next question, the imperfect fungi which are decomposers of litter and help in mineral cycling belongs to. Okay, they're talking about the imperfect fungi imperfecta. And they are saying they are decomposers of the litter, means they are the decomposers of the organic matter. Okay, and decomposers, you know what is the function of decomposer? They help in mineral cycling. So these imperfect fungi, they belong to which class they are asking? What are the options here? Ascomycetes, Eutromycetes, Basidiomycetes, and Phycomycetes. So what will be the correct answer? The correct answer is Deuteromycetes. Let's have a look at the answer here. So Deuteromycetes, they are known as imperfect fungi because no sexual stage or sexual phase is observed in the Deuteromycetes. Only the sexual phase has been discovered. Once the sexual phase is discovered, then they are shifted to Ascomycetes or Basidiomycetes. So members of this Deuteromycetes, they are usually saprophytes, okay, or decomposers, you can say. Okay, here no sexual stage is observed and they are decomposers, so they help in the mineral cycling. So next question, pick up the wrong statement. You have to pick up the false statement here. Okay. So what are the options here? First option is nuclear membrane is present in Monera. Okay. Next is second option, cell wall is absent in Animalia. So kingdom Animalia includes all the animals. Kingdom Monera includes all the unicellular prokaryotes. Then third is Protista have photosynthetic and heterotrophic modes of nutrition. So is this statement true or false? And then fourth is some fungi are edible. So what will be the correct answer for this question? The correct answer is option number 1. The nuclear membrane is present in Monera. This is actually a wrong statement. It is a false statement. So what is the reason for this? So the members of kingdom Monera, or you can say the Monerans, they are unicellular prokaryotes. They are single-celled prokaryotes. And what are the features of the prokaryotes? They lack the true nucleus. Okay, nuclear envelope or nuclear membrane is absent. Instead of nucleus, they have nucleoid. Nucleoid, what is nucleoid? It is a region where the genetic material is present. Suppose DNA is a genetic material in bacteria. So it is a region where the genetic material is present. Then prokaryotes, they do not have cell-bound membrane organelles. Okay. So nuclear membrane is not present in the members of kingdom Monera. Okay, so Monera includes unicellular prokaryotic organisms, meaning that they doesn't have a well-defined nuclear membrane bound nucleus, means they don't have a true nucleus, and they don't have membrane bound cell organelles. Animal cells, they do not have cell walls. Okay, so no cell wall is present in the animal cells. Okay, so this statement is true. Now cell wall is present in plant cell. Cell wall is also present in the bacteria also, fungi also. In plant, the cell wall is composed of cellulose. And then in fungi, the cell wall is composed of chitin. In bacteria, cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan. Now, kingdom Protista. Kingdom Protista are eukaryotes and they exhibit different modes of nutrition. Okay. Kingdom Protista, they are unicellular eukaryotes. So, within Protista, euglenoids, they show both autotrophic and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So, you must be knowing about euglena. So, in the presence of light, they can photosynthesize. They can do photosynthesis. Means they are autotrophic. And in the absence of the sunlight, they become heterotrophs. So they have both animal-like and plant-like features. This statement is also true. Now, some of the organisms that fall under protistans are photosynthetic autotrophs, means they can produce their own food in the presence of sunlight. Okay. And some are heterotrophs also, they are dependent on other organisms for food. If we talk about protozoans, they are also heterotrophic. Okay, they can cause a lot of diseases. Slime molds, they are saprophytic. Then diatoms, they are photosynthetic autotrophs. So protista include organisms that are photosynthetic also, and they are heterotrophic also. You should remember the examples of photosynthetic autotrophs. Example is diatoms. Okay, heterotrophs example is protozoans. Slime molds are also heterotrophs. Then euglena, they are autotrophs also, and they are heterotroph also, depending on the presence or absence of light. Now fungi, they are eukaryotes. They produce spores and they are non-green plants. Fungi, they are edible. Okay, some of the mushrooms are fungi, they are edible. And some of the fungi, they have medicinal properties also. Some antibiotics has also been isolated from the fungi, such as penicillin has been isolated from the fungus Penicillium. Fungus also have cancer, you can say. It can be used to treat cancer also. So some of the products has been isolated from fungi that can help in fighting cancer and to treat heart disease as well. Now let's discuss this question. This question is regarding denitrification. So denitrification is done by, first of all, you should know what is denitrification. So there is a process nitrification and there is a process known as denitrification. You will study about this when you will talk about the atmospheric nitrogen fixation. Here in denitrification, what happens at the end of denitrification, what is produced? Atmospheric nitrogen is produced again. Nitrogen gas is produced again. Okay, so what are the options? Option number A is Pseudomonas, B is Nitrosomonas, third is Nitrobacter, and fourth is Nitrococcus. So what will be the answer for this question? Let's have a look at the answer. Remember, they are talking about denitrification, not nitrification. Let's have a look at the answer here. Answer is Pseudomonas. Pseudomonas helps in denitrification. Now let's have a look at the explanation here. So what happens here? So rhizobium is a bacteria which converts atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia. Then what happens? Then the nitrification starts when the ammonia is produced from atmospheric nitrogen. This ammonia is converted into nitrite, and then it is converted into nitrate. So this process is known as nitrification. But the question is regarding denitrification. Here rhizobium is involved from ammonia to nitrite. Here nitrosomonas is involved, and nitrite to nitrate. Here nitrobacter is involved. Now finally the nitrate is formed. Now the nitrate formed is absorbed by the plants through the roots, and it is transported to the leaves. Now in leaves what happens? This nitrate is reduced to form the ammonia, and this ammonia finally forms the amine group in the amino acid. So amino acid has two functional groups, carboxylic group and the amine group. So this ammonia gets incorporated as amine group of the amino acids, means the NH2 group. Now the nitrate which is present in soil is also reduced to nitrogen gas by the process of denitrification. So denitrification, basically reverse of nitrification is happening. Clear? So nitrate is converted into nitrite again. Then nitrite is converted into nitric oxide. Then nitric oxide is converted into nitrous oxide, and nitrous oxide is finally converted into nitrogen gas. And Pseudomonas is involved in denitrification. Other bacteria are also involved in denitrification, such as Thiobacillus. Okay. Denitrification is carried out by bacteria like Pseudomonas and Thiobacillus. Okay, at the end of denitrification, again nitrogen gas is formed. Clear? So there will be nitrate. From nitrate, nitrite will be formed. From nitrate, nitric oxide is formed. Then nitrous oxide is formed. N2O. N2O is nitrous oxide. This is NO, nitric oxide. Okay, this is nitric oxide. This is nitrous oxide, and finally nitrogen is formed. Next question: which of the following statement is wrong for the viroids? Means you have to select the false statement here. Okay, regarding viroids. So what are the options here? Option number 1 is they lack a protein code. So do viroids, they lack a protein code. Next is they are smaller than the viruses. Third is they cause infections. And fourth is the RNA is of high molecular weight. So what will be the correct answer? Let's have a look at the answer. So here the correct answer is the RNA is of high molecular weight, means option 4 is the correct answer. Okay, so let's have a look at the explanation here. So viroids, they can cause infections. So basically viroids, they are free RNA and they lack the protein code. Okay, that's why they are smaller than the viruses as also. And viroids, they cause plant infections. Okay, and they can cause disease like potato spindle tuber disease. So you should remember the name of this disease. Okay, and the RNA is of low molecular weight, not of high molecular weight. So they are just made up of free RNA. They lack the protein code. Okay, protein code is present in viruses. So they are just free RNA. They lack protein code, hence the name viroid. Okay, the RNA is of low molecular weight. They lack the protein code. They are smaller than viruses. They cause infections in plants. RNA is low molecular weight. Next question, one of the major components of cell wall of fungi. So this is a very straightforward question here. What is the component of cell wall of the fungi? So fungi also have a cell wall. What is the composition of the cell wall? What are the options? One is chitin, second is peptidoglycan, third is cellulose, fourth is hemicellulose. So what will be the answer for this question? Let's have a look at the answer. So answer will be option number 1, chitin. Let's have a look at the explanation. So fungal cell wall is predominantly composed of carbohydrate polymers, which are interspersed with the glycoproteins. Now, there are 3 major components found in all fungi. Okay. First is beta glucans, which are the polymer of glucose. Then there is chitin, which is a polymer of N-acetyl glucosamine. So remember this. They can ask you this in the exam as well. You should remember chitin is what? It is a polymer of N-acetyl glucosamine. So usually the cell wall of fungi, they consist of 3 components, beta glucans. Okay. Then chitin, which is a polymer of N-acetyl glucosamine, and mannans. But majority, this chitin is this is the major component. While these 3 components are intermingled throughout the cell, chitin tends to predominate, okay, in these cell walls. Okay, chitin is thought to mostly add structural strength to the cell wall. So what is the role of the chitin? It provides structural strength to the cell wall. Let's discuss this question. Chrysophytes, euglenoids, dinoflagellates, and slime molds are included under which kingdom? Again, a very straightforward question. For the option, kingdom Animalia, kingdom Protista, kingdom Monera, and kingdom Fungi. So what will be the correct answer for this question? Let's have a look at the answer. The answer is second option, Protista, kingdom Protista. Let's have a look at the explanation. So R.H. Whitaker proposed the 5 kingdom classification, in which Protista is a kingdom that comprises organisms that are unicellular, means single-celled, but they are prokaryotic. Means it includes organisms which are unicellular eukaryotes. Now its members may be autotrophic or heterotrophic. Autotrophic are organisms which can produce their own food which can produce their own food. Then heterotrophic, organism which obtain nutrients from other organisms. Now, primarily these organisms are aquatic. The Protista kingdom has been divided into chrysophytes, euglenoids, dinoflagellates, and slime molds. Okay, so all of these are included under the kingdom Protista. Clear? A kingdom Protista is further subdivided into, we've already seen chrysophytes, which includes diatoms, desmids, okay, golden algae. Diatom, they are the chief producers of the oceans. Then dinoflagellates, then euglenoids, which includes euglena. They have both animal-like and plant-like characteristics. Then slime molds, they are fungus-like because they are saprophytic. Fungus, they are also saprophytic. Then protozoans, they are heterotrophic. they are animal-like. Next question, which one of the following is wrong for the fungi? Or which of the following statement is false for the fungi? Okay, so what are the options here? Option number A is all fungi possess a purely cellulosic cell wall. Second is they are heterotrophic. Third is they are both unicellular and multicellular. Fourth is they are eukaryotic. So what is the false statement? What is the incorrect statement? What is the wrong statement? So what will be the correct answer? Okay, the correct answer is 1. All fungi possess a purely cellulosic cell wall. Okay, this is a wrong statement. Now let's have a look at the explanation. Fungi constitute a unique kingdom of eukaryotic heterotrophic organisms. Okay, they are eukaryotes. Usually the fungi, they are multicellular, but there is one exception, which is yeast. Yeast is unicellular eukaryote. And the cell wall of fungi, it is made up of chitin. The cell wall of fungi, they are composed of chitin and polysaccharides. So option number 1 is the incorrect statement here. The next question, methanogens belong to. So methanogens, they are the bacteria which produces methane gas. Okay. So methanogens, they are also the part of the human flora also. So out of the total human flora, 10% are methanogens. Okay, so what are the options here? A is archaebacteria, 2 is dinoflagellate, third is slime molds, and fourth is eubacteria. What will be the correct answer for this question? Okay, the answer is archaebacteria, means option number 1 is correct. So archaebacteria, they are primitive bacteria and they are known as extremophiles because they live in the extreme environments. Now let's have a look at the explanation. So methanogens, they are archaebacteria that produce methane as a metabolic byproduct. Archaea is one of the 3 domains of life alongside bacteria and eukarya. So there were 3 domains. So 3 domain system were given by Carl Weiss. So archaea is one of the 3 domains. So what are the 3 domains? Archaea, bacteria, and eukarya. Archaebacteria belongs to archaea. They are the primitive bacteria. Okay, and how they can survive in extreme conditions? Because of the presence of unique composition of the cell wall. In archaebacteria, the cell wall is not made up of peptidoglycan. Instead of peptidoglycan, it consists of pseudomurine and some glycoproteins. Now, methanogens,